What's going on? It's another edition of the Portal Combat. Right here at the North Florida Sports Network. That idea originated right here. Stop trying to steal my idea.
North Florida.
On thieves. This is the Portal Combat, all right?
Originated right here in North Florida.
Come on,
in the 3230s, baby.
We got it. Come on, man.
Shannon
Got like
Terry.
one original idea.
Bill.
Get over here. They can. Well, anyway, Florida State's been killing it in the Portal Combat. As we've been telling you about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure have, man.
Especially with the Alabama guys.
They've been killing it.
They're taking
Alabama
them,
guys.
now the commits.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is. Dead bloated roster. Everybody's picking it clean.
Right. Everybody is. You know, it's free game. You know, which is kind of rich that the NCAA chose one school to go after.
Yeah. Us.
I don't understand that. Until you dig deeper and find out that old Stan Wilcox runs the discipline there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know, dude. They just pick and choose what they want.
Right. They're laughing stock.
Yeah, they
seriously.
suck. They suck.
Yep, but we got NFL playoffs, man. That's why we're here.
Let's do it.
We're here to pick games. We're going to do the games in the order in which they're played. We're going to talk about them. We're going to pick them. All right. First up is Houston at Baltimore. Who you got, man?
I'm going Ravens, man. I'm not going to pick against them at home.
Right. This is, we'll find out. You know, you got the newcomer and CJ Stroud. The Mike, show contributor Mike, he's going with the Texans in this.
Yeah, I mean, Stroud's balling, but
yes, he is. And the Ravens have a tendency. Lamar Jackson, this is the time where he goes away. And
yeah, and D'Amico Ryans is killing it, dude. That defense is.
All the pressure is in Baltimore's corner.
Yeah.
But I've said it this year. I like the additions they made on offense.
I know you're a huge fan of their running backs, Coach.
Oh, Willie
He's
doing a lot of something, man.
Hey, don't fumble.
Go back to Yeah, that's right.
Hold on to that ball. Run for that end zone.
Yeah, he's doing okay. Yeah,
doing a great job, running backs coach.
Yep. If not, he'll be working at Planet Fitness.
Owned by the Harbaugh family.
There you go. Well, the Ravens have the additions of Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
And then they drafted Flowers from Boston College. I like both
those.
They
picked up the Cook, man. They picked up
and now Dalvin's playing.
Right.
I think at home.
I don't think I'm picking against
them. They have the amount of weapons around Lamar. Where if he doesn't get it done now, what's up?
Yeah. It's now or never. Now or never.
Because he's going to win the MVP probably this year.
Right, and I think, what's his face, their offensive coordinator is probably getting a head coaching job, at least an offer.
Right. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Is that Monken?
Yeah. I can see him in a place like Washington.
Okay.
Trying to turn Sam Howell into anything.
So you going with the Ravens? I'm going with the Ravens.
Yeah, Mike's going with the Texans.
Yeah. All right. Well, then it's your Niners, man. Your Niners are going to be visited by the Green Bay Packers.
The Pack Attack.
Classic NFC matchup.
Yeah.
Packers have looked really good lately.
They have. LaFleur is like just itching to beat Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, Aaron Rodgers was the problem.
Ooh.
Jordan Love gets better and better. But, every time I picked the Packers to win this year, they lost. Jordan Love looked awful. Yeah, so I'm going to pick them to win.
Oh, the Pack?
Yeah, pulling the
Wow.
upset, man.
The Pack.
I don't trust San Francisco's defense. I don't trust that secondary.
Both these games on Saturday feature two young quarterbacks that are figuring it out. One before, hit it with the Green Bay while I sat behind, Aaron Rodgers, and the other one's a rookie this year, like you usually do it. The number 2 pick should have been the number 1 pick. We've talked about that, but both these guys are getting it together.
Yeah.
Like they're both playing well. Is one of them gonna upset the favorite here? They're both going into the number 1 seeds. They're going in. They're both young. Both these young guys are going to be on display. Who's going to make that next step?
Yeah.
Is it gonna So you say it's going to be Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Mike's saying it's going to be C.J. Stroud. I think it's going to be neither. I'm picking the Niners.
All right.
This is what they've been waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, and again, you talk about now or never with the Ravens. It's even more so for the 49ers. Like, how big a window is Kyle Shanahan going to have?
Right.
Like, dude, how
this
many
is
years
a year,
now?
This is a game.
He's had roster after roster after roster, and they've just shit.
Well, you got 2 teams coming up, young teams that are coming in hot. You coming off the bye, the only 2 teams that have the bye. So we'll have that rust versus rest thing. And I always think it's better to have rest in football.
Right. Well, they're coming back healthy. I mean,
you're going to be playing at home.
Healthy.
All the pressure is on San Francisco and Baltimore. So we'll find out on Saturday where the home field matchups will be. Right.
It would be crazy to see one or both of them get bounced in the first game.
I'm picking against that, but I'm just going to say one of them's going to do it.
Yeah.
And you're going with the Pack.
I'm going with the Pack.
Jinx yourself, kind of. All right.
Right.
Honestly, I can see either of them doing it the way they've been playing. If you come in, their weapons.
That's what I'm saying.
One of those, that throw that Love made in the back of the end zone, there's no defense for that.
No.
And if he starts to get in rhythm with his coach and
secondary
for Green Bay is pretty good too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be all about running the ball for San Francisco.
Right. So what are they going to be able to do offensively? We got that one. Let's go to
It's probably Mike Evans' last year with the Bucs. Guys that are, that's it. I'm going to be honest with you. Detroit was lucky to get out of there with a win last week against the Rams.
Again, you have
very easily could have thrown that flag for interference against Puka, and then bam, they're in field goal range.
Yep. That was a close game. I mean, it's the playoffs.
I'm still going to pick the Lions.
I picked the Rams last week.
Yeah, I did too.
And
I thought they could do it.
I thought the Rams were playing well with Stafford.
He was.
I don't know if is Baker going to be able to make those type of throws?
Not if they hit him the way they hit Stafford.
I don't think so.
He's going to be dead.
I think the difference this week, is I think Detroit gets to him. I mean, it's going to be a raucous environment.
Yeah, the pressure of the first playoff game, all of that shit, it's gone from last weekend. So now it's more like just, okay, this is just another game.
Another game, though, but the pressure's all on Detroit, kind of. I mean,
yeah, it is, but they got one under their belt.
You got
a little bit of it's off, so they, what you're,
you got to do to Mike Evans. You're going to have to slow down.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to slow him down. No. They're just going to have to score.
It's going to be a fun game. And then we have the classic matchup, which is going to be kind of like the era of this era has been the Bills Chiefs.
Yeah.
Some of the best games. This time it's in Buffalo.
Is it going to be colder in Buffalo than it was in Kansas City?
It's going to be cold as hell.
Jesus. That
hasn't been delayed yet, but it's going to get late. Man. It's going to be miserable.
How about those outdoor stadiums up in the Northeast?
Right.
Man?
We need to get that covered. Seriously.
But yeah. It's hard not to pick Buffalo in this. I don't, I think the Dolphins just were clearly affected by the weather to a point where it got in their heads. I mean, nothing particularly impressive about the Chiefs.
No, but that defense.
Whatever.
I tell you what, that cold. They got a corner that's
they do. They do. But I don't. Push comes to shove. Josh Allen is 6'8".
Exactly,
and he can haul ass. So he's.
And good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. And the cold trying to keep him from getting positive yards. Like if anybody can play in Buffalo, you figure that guy, like the kind of mountain man from Wyoming, Josh Allen, can tough it out. It's hard to pick against him. But I'm going Chiefs, baby.
Wow.
That's right. T-Sizzle going to come up there into New York.
Well, I mean, the Chiefs are used to the weather.
I just don't trust Buffalo, man.
I don't think the weather's going to be a big issue. No,
it's not going to be. They just played in a frozen tundra.
Right. So who's going to be able to get...
It's like you said, it's that defense.
Kansas City's defense is a lot better this year. Will they be able to get a lead and be able to lean on it?
I actually like the running game. That little running back, Pachinko, man. Yeah. I think he's powerful enough to where they'll be able to generate it.
Cook for the Bills when they're running it with Cook.
Yeah.
I want to see him.
I want to see him do it in snow. I want to see him do it in the snow because he's a Miami guy.
Right.
Until I see it done by a guy from Miami in the snow, I'm going to say it can't be done.
Right.
It's just a state of Florida thing. Our blood down here is too thinly made. It's got to be thin.
So you're going Chiefs. I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I got family out there, but I'm going Bill. I'm picking the Bills.
Yeah.
We'll see. All these games are going to be great. I am really excited about these games. I could see every team winning. You can make a case for it.
Yeah.
There's going to be favorites. There's pressure on certain teams. Baltimore, really. That first one is going to really be good because you have a team with nothing to lose coming in hot. And then a team with a quarterback with all the pressure. Yeah. You got like the rookie of the year versus the MVP.
I think
this is going to be a huge game here.
You can put Stroud up there in the MVP race.
Well, if you come in to Baltimore and he gets this win.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they should do that award after the season.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Lamar's going to win it, but it's Stroud will be a name next year that's going to be going into next year.
I'm excited about that game. And then you have the Niners-Packers. Again, will Brock Purdy be able to not turn the ball over?
Right. You're going to know right off the bat. There's no in between. It's either going to be a Brock Purdy game or it's like, oh, shit,
because that's where they're going to throw it. They're going to want to stop McCaffrey.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's going to be on Brock Purdy's shoulders.
Yeah.
Will he bring his game?
There's so much familiarity between the two staffs. It's going to be really tough.
No one's fooling anybody. It's going to be about execution here.
Right.
It's going to be about who makes mistakes, who takes advantage of those mistakes. I'm excited about
Shanahan has managed to get the upper hand in the past. I think this is just going to be LaFleur's turn.
There's no pressure, man. You saw how loosely they played in the wild card game. I mean, they just destroyed Dallas, who had a lot of pressure. Same thing now. Are they going to go in and just
get that NFC North matchup for the
wow, that would be something. Detroit,
Lions pack.
One thing standing in their way would be Green Bay.
Yeah. That'd probably kill the city of Detroit if they lost to Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl. Watch the Packers go and win it with a team that 7th place.
Well, that's the NFL picks for the division round. It's going to be a fun weekend. As far as transfer portal, the portal combat. Portal combat! FSU's killing it. They're getting exactly
pisses me off, man.
Oh, I know that they're stealing my stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's one thing for the guy to make all the websites out there for recruiting. Now you got to start stealing the juice.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in here to North Florida and you taking our Kool-Aid?
Yeah. And contact the show if you have any questions. If you want to make any affiliation offers.
Yeah. Affiliation offer. I mean, if you got any information about On3 stealing your stuff from whatever.
No, we're all original, man. Yeah. This is coming right from the source.
Yeah. portal combat, dude. Check the tapes. See who was there first.
Right?
That's all I got to say.
That's my Dorothy, man.
Yeah, you took her.
Hey! Son of a bitch! What'd you think? I wasn't gonna find out about this loser off me? All right, back.
What did they think that was like? That was my idea.
Right. Well,
Unrealized idea. Unrealized.
Oh,
that's what they would say.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, they're not. They haven't dealt.
They're
with
the
North
carryaways in
Florida.
this.
Yeah, they haven't dealt with North Florida.
We're the
before.
Bill Paxton of this
right.
situation, man.
Okay, it's cool.
Come in here, get Philip Seymour Hoffman on him, man.
I get it, man. He's an Alabama guy. He was frazzled by the Nick Saban retirement and the mass exodus of talent.
But yeah, what's going like?
But Mr.
seeing,
Terry, respectfully,
Right.
stop stealing content, buddy.
Exactly. But speaking of which, Florida State is not stealing talent from Alabama. They're open to transfer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Their top commit is entering the transfer portal. Their top quarterback commit.
Right. He was already. Well, it's from the last class,
Right.
the 24 class.
Right.
Yeah.
But still,
He's leaving.
that's a top get. That's the same year that Travis transferred, a guy like Jordan Travis. So those are the valuable transfers, the guys that are still young and still have a lot of eligibility left.
Oh yeah.
There's different classes of transfers. It's different levels of fighting on the portal combat scene, man.
It's combat, man.
Yeah. And it's
Bloody out there.
And I guess there are rules to it now. And that aren't in effect anymore, but they went back and tried to say that they didn't do it then.
Dude, again, I don't know.
Again, FSU is identifying what the talent they need, and they're going to get it. They've locked up a couple of commits that were committed to Alabama too. Is that correct?
I mean, the guys that were there.
Yeah.
They'll be on campus this year. It's it's open season out there on their roster, man.
So the next step is you go to spring, and then there's another open season for your roster, kind of evaluate what you have, and players get to see where they're at too.
There'll be another portal opening
right
after spring. I would see there'll probably be some guys from Florida State that leave.
There's going to be guys from every school that leave every year.
Yeah.
You have to recruit your team every year. You have to have a standard that what you're going for.
Right. You think the last year, Keon Coleman was a guy that jumped in the spring.
Right.
Florida State went out and got there. That's what you obviously keep an eye out for. I think as you go forward and the portal becomes a thing every year, because this has only been going on for 2 or 3 seasons. I think, it'll be more like directly after the season. That's when you'll see most of the talent jump in. But then springtime, you'll have a few guys that are like, oh, shit, there's an NFL guy trying to take a shot. So, yeah, definitely. Florida State will obviously be keeping an eye out, man, depending on what they feel they're just missing from completing that roster. Keon Coleman was just a no-brainer at wide receiver. You never know. Maybe there's a defensive tackle that jumps in and it's like, dude, we got.
Well, they've already got a couple of wide receivers.
Yeah. They
have talent coming back at that position. It's going to be a lot of.
I think it would have to
step
be.
up at
It would
that
have
position.
to be if it was a
Not
wide
a proven
receiver
guy like him.
Yeah, it would have to be a guy that was going to be a first round next year. Yeah,
right.
I don't know that you'll see that. Maybe you see it at a different position.
Linebacker.
Whew, that would be nice. But there'll be some guys in spring that Florida State definitely, even if they aren't first round, they'll express interest in. The roster is never set. There's always going to be attrition and movement and whatnot. So,
yep.
But for now, it's NFL time.
Yeah, baby. Playoffs starts tomorrow.
Tell you what else
FSU
is tomorrow.
basketball.
That's right.
Coming off a big win on the road against the Miami Hurricanes. Go back and catch the last episode. We reacted to it.
Yeah.
With Justin. With Matt Cleveland now.
I mean,
I hope it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, he was the difference in the game, him playing terribly.
It was. But Florida State's won 5 in a row now. 5-1 in the ACC.
Yeah.
The games, there are some games that they lost that they weren't at full strength.
Yeah.
I mean, you won this game. You didn't shoot your best. I mean, your leading scorer, 5 of 14.
Right.
you know. But
did it early in the paint. I'm going to tell you right now, the Big Corn having 16 points, going 7 for 7 from the field. That's kind of what.
Well, the pressure's off of him.
Yeah,
because he can come in and fulfill his role now with the presence of Gainey and Baba Miller maturing, getting more rebounds. Now Corey can come with that energy off the bench and bring it.
When he did, he gave Omir everything he could handle.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah.
I really like the presence of Gainey, what it's allowed Baba Miller and a guy like Corn to develop into.
Tomorrow afternoon will be tough.
Same thing with Primo Spears. This takes the pressure off a guy like Jalen Worley.
I'm going to tell you right now, so many teams from past Hamilton teams could have used a guard like Primo Spears, just a ball handler.
Well, should have had him a lot earlier.
I mean, this would have been great, man. Just one win out of all those
school
games if we
that they just leave alone. Goodness gracious,
it ain't gonna be us.
Nope. Just sat there. I remember seeing him there in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, just right next to him.
But he's on the court now,
and
he's made a difference. And they're coming at you in waves. Just a big game tomorrow at home.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, dude. Clemson's really good.
Yep.
They got a lot of size. Those Hunter kids can play.
We're going to see. We're going to see if we strap it up.
Yeah.
Lace them up. Be ready to put your best physical effort there. And I like the fact that Corin's coming in with rest, with Gainey and Baba there. So we'll watch it.
It's a real 11 deep, man.
We'll watch it. We'll react to it. That in the playoffs.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you next time, right here on the North Florida Sports Network.
We had to go. Our ride was here. We got a shuttle to our